Clinical trials are research studies that explore the efficacy and safety of medical, surgical, or behavioral interventions. These studies form the backbone of medical advancements by providing critical data needed to evaluate interventions, ensuring new treatments are effective and secure before being available to general populations. The fundamental purpose of clinical trials is to answer specific questions about novel treatments or to explore new ways of using existing treatments, thereby ensuring patient safety and treatment efficacy. Researchers use these trials to determine proper dosages, identify side effects, and assess overall effectiveness, contributing significantly to evidence-based medicine. Types of clinical trials. There are several types of clinical trials, each designed to address different research questions. Prevention trials aim to find better strategies for preventing diseases in people who have never had the disease or to prevent a disease from returning. Screening trials aim to test new ways for diagnosing diseases, while diagnostic trials evaluate the best methods for identifying specific medical conditions. Treatment trials focus on testing new treatments, drug combinations, or novel surgical approaches. Quality of life trials, also known as supportive care trials, explore ways to improve comfort and life quality for people with chronic illnesses. Furthermore, genetic trials examine the interaction between genetics and disease development or treatment responses. Importance in medical research. Clinical trials are pivotal in the development of new medical treatments and advancing healthcare knowledge. They help discover what works best for patients and establish scientific evidence on the benefits and risks of treatments. By assessing treatment efficacy and safety in diverse populations, clinical trials ensure that new health solutions are not only innovative but also broadly applicable. This process also contributes to developing standardized treatment protocols, ensuring uniformity and equity in healthcare delivery. For researchers, these trials provide a framework for understanding health outcomes, leading to better informed clinical practices. Ultimately, clinical trials contribute to improving patient care and advancing public health, underscoring their crucial role in medical research. Planning a clinical trial. Establishing objectives. When planning a clinical trial, establishing clear and concise objectives is crucial. Objectives serve as the foundation, guiding the study's design, execution, and assessment. They determine the trial's scope and help in formulating hypotheses to test. It is imperative that objectives are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. Properly defined objectives ensure that the trial yields meaningful data, which can contribute to evidence-based medicine. Designing the protocol. Designing the protocol is a critical step in the clinical trial process. This document outlines all operational aspects of the trial, including methodologies, participant criteria, treatment procedures, and statistical analyses. A well-crafted protocol ensures uniformity and replicability, which are essential for the trial's integrity. It minimizes risks and biases while maximizing reliability. It's essential for the protocol to pass ethical and scientific standards to safeguard participants and validate outcomes. Regulatory considerations. Compliance with regulatory bodies is non-negotiable in clinical trials. Researchers must closely adhere to guidelines set by authorities like the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, or the European Medicines Agency, EMA. These regulations ensure participant safety and data integrity. Researchers must prepare detailed submissions for approval. This involves informed consent processes, safety monitoring plans, and periodic reviews. Understanding and navigating this landscape is vital for successful trial execution. Funding and resources. Secure funding and sufficient resources are pivotal to the success of a clinical trial. This involves seeking grants, partnerships, or sponsorships that align with the trial's objectives. Budget planning is critical, covering all stages from development to reporting. Proper funding ensures access to necessary technology, skilled personnel, and robust data analysis tools. Efficient resource allocation can mitigate unexpected challenges and propel the study forward. Selecting the right team. The success of a clinical trial largely rests on selecting the right team. It requires assembling professionals with diverse expertise, including clinicians, researchers, statisticians, and project managers. Each member plays a role in ensuring methodological rigor, participant safety, and data integrity. Collaboration and clear communication within the team are crucial for synchronizing efforts and achieving trial objectives. A competent team increases the likelihood of meaningful and impactful research outcomes. Recruitment and participation criteria for enrollment. To effectively conduct clinical trials, defining precise criteria for enrollment is crucial. These criteria, commonly referred to as inclusion and exclusion criteria, determine which individuals are eligible to participate. Such criteria are based on various factors, including age, gender, type and stage of a disease, previous treatment history, and other medical conditions. This preemptive selection ensures the safety of participants and the validity of the trial's outcomes. By establishing clear boundaries for entry, researchers aim to create a study population that is sufficiently homogeneous concerning the condition under investigation, ensuring that the results are attributable to the intervention rather than external variables. Informed consent process. The informed consent process is an essential step in safeguarding participants' rights and ensuring ethical conduct during clinical trials. This process involves clearly and comprehensively explaining the trial's purpose, procedures, potential risks, and benefits to prospective participants. It requires transparency about the participants' rights and the voluntary nature of their involvement, without any coercion. Participants are given adequate time to ask questions and are encouraged to discuss the study with family or advisors before making a decision. By obtaining informed consent, researchers affirm that participants fully understand the trial's implications and agree to partake with full awareness, thereby preserving ethical standards in clinical research. Strategies to increase participation. Enhancing participation in clinical trials is a multifaceted challenge that demands strategic planning. First, raising awareness about the significance of clinical research can be achieved through educational campaigns that highlight its role in advancing medical knowledge and developing new treatments. Secondly, simplifying the enrollment process and enhancing accessibility, such as providing transportation assistance or utilizing telehealth options, can alleviate participation barriers. Additionally, recruiting a diverse pool of participants through partnerships with community organizations ensures that trial findings are more universally applicable. Lastly, maintaining transparent communication throughout the trial fosters trust and can significantly improve participant retention rates. Collectively, these strategies contribute to a successful recruitment effort, thereby enhancing the trial's overall efficacy and relevance.